What if houses could be built the same way cars are manufactured in factories? In recent years, the Australian government has expanded the use of modular housing as part of its response to the country's housing shortage, drawing renewed attention to the construction method. As rising property prices and higher rents place increasing pressure on younger generations, interest in modular housing continues to grow. So, what exactly is modular housing, and what lessons could it offer for South Korea? Homes built in factories. Modular housing describes a construction method in which around 70 to 80% of major building elements, including walls, ceilings, and floors, are manufactured in factories before being assembled at the construction site. The term module refers to a unit that makes up one section of a building. Because much of the construction process is completed in factories, modular housing is less vulnerable to weather disruptions and unexpected issues at building sites. It also allows for more consistent quality control. In the past, this method was mainly used for temporary buildings, but recently it has been applied to a wider variety of structures. Why is modular housing receiving attention? The growing interest in modular housing is largely driven by rising property prices and worsening housing shortages. The cost of housing is influenced not only by construction expenses, but also by land values, government regulation, taxation, and labor costs. Another major issue is that housing cannot be supplied quickly. Large housing projects often take several years, from securing land to final completion. This is one reason many countries are focusing on modular housing. Since factory production and on-site construction can take place at the same time, modular housing can significantly shorten construction periods compared to traditional building methods. Shorter construction periods also reduce labor and financing costs. As a result, modular housing is gaining attention as a way to supply homes more quickly. Are there any drawbacks? However, modular housing cannot solve the housing price problem overnight. One of the biggest challenges is economic feasibility. Modular housing is an industry in which production costs decrease only when a mass production system is fully established. However, experts say that the South Korean market still does not have enough demand. Because of this, modular housing can sometimes cost more than traditional construction methods. There are also technical limitations. In particular, applying modular construction to high-rise apartment buildings, the most common type of housing in South Korea, requires technology capable of withstanding earthquakes and strong winds. Since modular buildings are assembled from multiple sections, structural stability becomes even more important as buildings grow taller.